Folks, welcome back to the Irish Sports Daily official visit podcast. We have a special guest today, the newest member of the Notre Dame football family, 2023 California tight end Cooper Flanagan, who committed to the Irish last week. Cooper, congratulations on that, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Yeah, we just wanted to kind of go through, just kind of give fans a chance to get to know you a little bit better. And kind of get to know your story and how it came about that you'd be with the Irish. First of all, when did your first offer come?
I'd say the beginning, sophomore year, right before the season started.
And what was that? That was from Cal, right?
Yep, Cal.
What was it like to get a big-time offer like that right before even your sophomore season started?
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I honestly didn't think it'd come that early, or I guess that quick, but I think it honestly helped me work harder, I guess, and just have a better season, I guess. But yeah, I was very honored.
Okay. And then, you start to get, some film going with your sophomore season and, more schools start coming in?
Yep, exactly. I think
what school?
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think once, schools kind of see you, play like a varsity snap, they kind of give the heads up, I guess, or the thumbs up.
Okay. And what are the other schools that came through after that once you started playing sophomore year?
I think Washington was pretty quick. Tennessee was pretty quick. I think those were the kind of the beginning of my sophomore year.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And then by the end of it, you had even more, right? Like Michigan, Michigan State, Colorado, those schools?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So now you have, a good basis, scholarship offers to work from a lot of Power 5 schools. And then you go out and visit these schools in the off season, or how'd that go?
Yeah. This summer I visited Michigan, Washington, Notre Dame. And yeah, I mean, I went to Cal too. Love them all. But I think Notre Dame was definitely the most beautiful, the nicest. It had a great facility. So.
Okay. So you went out to Notre Dame in June, right?
Yep.
All right. And you didn't have an offer from the Irish at that point?
I did not, no.
Okay. What was that visit like? Who'd you get to meet with? And, what did they kind of say about, what was next in the process for you?
I was pretty much with Coach McNulty the whole time. Coach Pullian, Coach Reese. I didn't really get to meet any players, sadly, but I have been communicating with Isaiah Foskey, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean that was great. I think it was pretty good for me and Coach McNulty. I think we bonded a little bit on that trip, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I loved it.
What's Coach McNulty like? He's still relatively new to the staff for some fans. What's he like? How would you describe Coach McNulty?
Yeah, he's a great guy. I honestly, I personally love how honest he is with me. He's up front. He's not really even he's up front, but yeah, he's a great guy, great coach. He definitely knows his stuff, so that's great.
I hear that all the time when I talk to recruits about Coach McNulty, about how honest he is.
Yeah.
It seems like an obvious characteristic to have people like you, or a good characteristic to have. Yeah. But why is that so valuable in the recruiting process, and how does it kind of manifest itself?
I think a big thing of recruiting is kind of saying something and not really owning up, or I guess owning up to it. Mm-hmm. But the thing with Coach McNulty is he was honest with me the whole time. He helped me through the process of our recruiting, which I think was great and definitely great for me.
Okay. So you get to Notre Dame, like you say, that trip seems different. It's in June, and then the offer comes in August. What was it like to find out that was going to be a real opportunity for you now?
Yeah, I mean, that was amazing. Me and my family have been talking about if it were to come, the offer, if it were to come, and I think I kind of knew, if it was to come, I think I knew I'd commit pretty soon. Talking about it and after visiting, so yeah.
Okay, all right, but you still kind of wait at least a little bit to kind of just make sure. Or?
Yeah, just to talk to make sure with my coaches, meet all the coaches at Notre Dame, the strength coach, Coach Kelly, all the coaches. and talk to my coaches obviously, and just make sure.
Okay, all right. So what's it like? I mean, take me through. Like, you call Coach McNulty and let him know, or how does the mechanics of letting them know? Yeah, I'm in. How does that work?
Yeah, I pretty much so me and Coach McNulty were communicating before I committed, and I kind of told him, I gave him a heads up that like I think I'm gonna commit, like because we set up a Zoom with Coach Kelly, Coach Reese, Coach McNulty, and I on that Zoom I told Coach Kelly that I would like to commit, but before that I pretty much told Coach McNulty that I was going to.
Okay. And what was Coach Kelly and Coach Reese? What was all their reactions when you told them?
Yeah, I think they were pretty surprised, but I think they're happy and fired up. I think they were very excited.
All right. Now, the history of tight ends at Notre Dame is obvious. Everybody knows it. But the first thing you mentioned to me when we talked, about what stuck out to Notre Dame the most was the brotherhood and how similar it is to De La Salle. Can you talk about that a little bit? Why that was so important to you?
Yeah, I think a big part of Notre Dame is obviously the brotherhood, what you just said, but like at De La Salle, it's kind of like our team is kind of built around like everyone having each other's backs and um, it's like always being there for each other, and we're kind of a one big family, and I kind of see that in Notre Dame and how tight the school is. How I think honestly, like not just football, but like the academic wise of how like teachers know the players and the students like name by name. So I think that's kind of like the biggest thing.
Okay. And obviously, De La Salle is one of the most historic high school programs in the country. This will sound stupid, but why is that brotherhood? How does that help you on the field, either off the field or just within the program? How does that bond kind of help so much?
And honestly, it's just like it's like knowing that in a game that like you can't not only can you not let like the guy down next to you, your brother down next to you, but you know that they're gonna have your back the whole game, and I think it just makes it a better team overall.
Okay. And like we mentioned, obviously Notre Dame has a stellar history with
Yeah.
producing tight end talent. What's it like to know that you're going to be part of that here soon?
Yeah, that's amazing. That's also like pretty much one of the biggest reasons is just the fact that I think I'm pretty sure I'm not sure like the exact stat, but I'm pretty sure if you've started like a tight end starting at Notre Dame has eventually entered the NFL in the past couple of years. I forget how much, but that's pretty amazing.
Okay. And how would you describe your style? Like, what should Irish fans expect they're getting in Cooper Flanagan in a couple of years?
I think I'm just a true tight end. I think I can block well, and I think I can also run routes and kill it in the passing department. But I think I'm just an overall tight end.
Okay. And like you said, when you came out in June, you weren't able to get around many of the players, and
Yeah.
you talked to Isaiah Foskey, who was, another De La Salle kid. But you're looking forward to getting back and having that opportunity.
No,
Do you know when you're going to get back?
I do not, but I'm hoping I can see a game at least, and I guess meet some guys. So that'd be really cool.
Okay, all right, that's cool. And I mean, just overall, what's it like to have this recruiting process buttoned up? Feel like you found a home that you're so happy with, and be able to just concentrate on the rest of your high school career.
Yeah, it's definitely a relief, and I'm super happy that I've been welcomed into this Notre Dame family. So I think it's just a big relief, and I'm super excited.
Okay, you plan on trying to be a recruiter now that you're done, and try to get some other talent to Notre Dame with you.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
All right, cool. All right, Cooper, man. Well, hey, we really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, and congratulations again.
Thank you.